We live in a very patriotic nation. We have a country to be proud of and to love. That's why these men and women put on these uniforms. They love their families and they love their country. Not only do they protect our nation, but they're willing to give their life for the freedom of every American. And it's sad to know there are so many children out there whose parents gave everything for their country. The numbers keep increasing, so the need to help these families is great. My name is Tabatha Bonilla. I am the Programs Manager for Children of Fallen Patriots Foundation. It's amazing to be able to do the job that I'm doing, to be able to help families just like mine. When I think of what I'm doing with these kids and how I'm helping these kids, I always go back to what's happened in my life too, and this is what they did to help me. My mom and dad were high school sweethearts. They got married not long after high school, and they had me a couple years later. Growing up, we spent a lot of time together, my mom, dad, and brother. We lived in Germany twice, Georgia twice, and Texas twice. My dad comes from a long line of a military family, so before I was a year old, he joined the military. He was a mechanic and worked on Bradleys. My husband's name was Captain Orlando Bonilla. He flew OH-58s, this little scout helicopter. When I married Orlando, it was like marrying my best friend. We really enjoyed the simple things in life. My dad and my husband were very close. When my husband got out to his unit in Iraq, he actually requested to be able to take my dad up in the helicopter and fly him. And I remember my dad talking about them flying with the doors off. When I think of them now, I think they're out there still flying. I was in school when Orlando passed away, and I ended up dropping out. But I decided, you know, you can't waste that. College education is so important, and I knew that my father wanted to give me a better life. So I ended up going back to school. I had no other focus, and it was my escape. My last semester of undergrad, my scholarships ran out, and the VA money ran out. But I received a phone call from Children of Fallen Patriots. We're sending the check to your school to pay for your last semester. I couldn't believe it. Thank God that they were there to step in. As I'm walking across the stage to get my degree, I would think of my father, because I knew how much it meant to him. Not only did the foundation help me, but they helped my brother Keith with his college education. He joined the military, and he is currently working in aircraft maintenance, which is a combination of my dad and my husband's world. One day I got another call from the foundation. They wanted me to work with families that were just like mine. I just knew that I needed to work with grieving people, and this job would allow me a way to serve my country and serve the families of fallen soldiers. It really seemed like a perfect fit. It's really nice to be able to wake up and to come do something that you want to do and to talk to people you want to talk to.
I'm Laurie Clippy. I have 2 children, Andrew and Evan. Both are graduated from college now. Evan just graduated this past May, and Drew's been out of school for 2 years. I met Ed in college. 8 short years after we started dating, we did finally get married. He was in the Navy. He flew H-2 helicopters. When Drew was born, he was so excited to be a dad. And he was really excited to be having another one. I was really glad he knew. I just sort of held on to Drew and started crying. I mean, I think I was just kind of numb. As far as tuition and raising the kids, I didn't know anything beyond what the VA published. Evan said to me, there's this organization, and I thought that this is too good to be true.
The first time I talked to Tabitha it was amazing. It was a great feeling knowing that people out there cared and really wanted to help.
Helping kids like Evan Clippy is such a gratifying experience. You always understand being on their side of the fence.
She was so helpful to us, and she had such a compelling story herself. We couldn't believe what we were hearing. It was fantastic.
The folks that work here actually care to try to build a relationship with the family, so it's a joy to be able to lovingly bring them into this family. This foundation is such a beautiful circle to be a part of. There are so many kids out there that need our help. We need to make a connection with these kids and with these families. We need to give back to these families whose parents went out there and essentially did what my father did, which was give their all.